732 Review Crew here. I am Mikey.
I'm Joe.
I'm Mike.
And we are back with the final episode of Masters of the Air. This one is part 9?
10?
9.
9?
I'm very excited for this one because this is an hour and a half, so I'm quite curious why it is so long.
What do you mean? There's so much left for them to figure out in an hour and a half.
It is. Now,
Are they gonna make it out alive? Is Bucky gonna live? Is Buck gonna live? Is everyone gonna die? Like, what's gonna happen?
What's happening with Rosie? What's happening with the Tuskegees? Who's feeding Meatball?
What happens with Cross? You know, like does he recover from his
There's a lot.
Yeah,
there's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to find out. There's only one way for us to find out, and that's to watch this episode. Now, this is the final episode, so if you did enjoy, watching this series with us, make sure you do subscribe if you haven't already. Say hi in the comments if you haven't. A lot of you have been talking to us, giving us some fun facts about history or talking with us about our discussions. That's been pretty cool. And make sure you do check out our Patreon. It does have full lengths for this, episode as well as many other shows. It's very helpful if you want to subscribe and support us that way. And one comment did say, I should get a hat because I look kind of like Crosby. So
Mikey
did. But yeah, and part of it was there was no posters really for this show that I could find. So one of the closest things I could find would be finding a prop type, hat
Hey,
to
bro,
represent the show that we finished.
I would also really appreciate if one of the commenters told Mikey he looks just like Bob Ross, so he can come in with a fucking.
And let's get into it.
I used to have one. We'll start in 3, 2, 1, and thanks for joining us. Wow.
By the first few weeks of 1945, we were closing in on the Third Reich from all sides. We were the true masters of the air.
Hey, they said the title finally.
They did.
Command pilot detail. We're about to reach the target. How are we looking back there? Looking good, Major. All lined up.
How sleek those look.
Yeah, they look newer, don't they?
They are.
Rockets! Incoming!
Jeez.
You don't want oxygen with fire.
One's on fire. Shutting her down. 5 seconds to bomb release.
What is it, a rail yard or something?
It's like the only place that doesn't look blown up, though. Right?
Well, I've been bombing Germany probably for a few months at this point.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Luke, report. Oil pressure is dropping on 2 and 4. Engine 3 is on
Wow.
fire.
Rose is going down.
Gonna try to get us across the Russian lines where we'll be safe. Yes, sir. Your ship, Rosie.
Rosie went down?
Well, like he just said, they're gonna try to make it to friendlier area.
We're not going down in Berlin.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad idea.
They get lynched if they go down in Berlin.
Ooh, fuck.
Come on. Little off. That's it. She's gonna stall. Bail. Hit the alarm and then go. Go.
Oh, man.
Oh, fuck.
He's dead.
Yeah, it looked pretty dead.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Fuck, that seemed like a rough fucking landing.
Yeah, it seemed like he hurt his leg pretty
I
fucking
don't think
bad.
he landed right.
Did he literally just land on the front?
Yeah, he landed on an active battle.
I mean, he didn't really have much of a choice.
Oh, fucking. Wow.
Bro. The craziest part is this is true, right?
And they're beating the Germans right there. But they're massacring them.
I think he's trying to get his American insignia. No, he's trying to get his gun.
American! Roosevelt, Stalin! Coca-Cola!
Damn.
That was tense.
That was real tense.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck, that was the opening.
Is this the show I talk the least about during the show? Because I'm just like, oh yeah, we can watch this whole thing now.
Can we?
Yeah, let's see how many bad spoilers.
Well, maybe we shouldn't.
No, we can.
I already saw that there's a documentary.
That's what I saw, by the way. That's what I saw.
Oh, yeah, that would be a big spoiler.
No,
That would have been a big spoiler.
I didn't like that. I'm not watching. I can't do this. I'm sorry.
So like, I've been avoiding spoilers this whole show. Like, I'm thinking the Americans win, right?
We got half an hour. We need to be at the front gate. We're marching. Go to the guys. Go, go, go.
You got it. You're not thinking of running, are you? You're not thinking of running, are you? Not in this icebox.
Yeah, there's no way to run in snow.
Hey, I'm ball. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Yeah?
What's he doing?
We're gonna get this guy food again.
Oh, he's eating some of the German food, I think.
He's eating the food that the Germans were like trying to.
Yeah, they popped it open, so I go back. He's just like, free food. Wasn't good. Yikes.
You okay, Solomon? As okay as a Jew taking a midnight stroll in Germany can be.
Oof. My man. Yikes.
Death march, baby.
I don't know if this is a death march.
20 miles.
Fuck yeah, it is a death march.
I think the soldiers are marching too.
Yeah, no, I know, but I mean, they don't give a fuck if the prisoners. Look,
Yeah, if someone falls, they'd probably shoot him and keep walking.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that.
this was in the intro, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
Like, come on.
I had no context.
The Germans are cold. You see that?
Fuck yeah, dude.
He ate too much before going.
Maybe.
We got wheels up in 5 and the equipment room's locked.
Oh.
I guess you've never flown over Germany without a parachute, huh? Huh?
I don't know, Crosby, have you?
He deserves that.
From here on out, you're gonna keep that equipment hut opened and manned until wheels up, plus 30 minutes. Yes, Major? Yes, Major. Yes, Major! Yes, Major.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
And have fun before people are doing their shit, you know?
Yeah.
They're 48 miles so far.
In a day? Fuck that.
Is that Solomon?
I don't know.
Oh shit.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's a column, it looks like.
They're tired, man.
They're also defending their, like, country. This is when it's bad for them.
Prison guards versus experienced combatants.
Frontline, yeah.
Also that too. All children and old men.
Yeah, they lost, like, all of their fighting force at this point. It's the Homeland Defenders now.
You know, I really did believe that if there was only two, you and me flying, the last few years would have been a lot rougher without you, John. Sam.
Jesus.
We're in the heart of their fatherland now, boys.
New camp.
Ah, Jesus.
Bigger camp?
Baker camp.
Gail Clever. George. How the hell are you?
Long way from home.
Oh my God. Hey, this is George Neathammer. John, only guy I've ever met knows more about baseball than you do.
For flight to Moscow. From there to England. No. For the smell.
Huh? Mass Graves.
Do you mind if I stretch my legs?
He's also, isn't he a major? Where is he basically?
He is a major.
So he's a high enough rank that that's why he's hanging out with the general in the truck.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That would be the smell.
Oh. Is Rosie Jewish too? Rosenthal is the Jewish person on the.
I feel like Rosenthal is a Jewish name.
You can like see a Star of David on someone. menorah. Should probably be considering it was
Dude, some of like the
Hanukkah recently.
It's just so fucking insane. I can't even fucking comprehend it.
These scams. Everyone's already dead and burned before we arrived.
There's more of them?
Poles, Russians, mostly Jews.
Just justify what you were fighting for even more.
He says his family are all dead,
Jewish?
buried in his village.
Jesus fuck, bro.
He said he buried them himself with the other villagers the Germans killed. To live, one must make choices. He says if God exists, he has forgotten him. Not even the earth that covers our bones will remember us.
Deeply traumatizing time. Fuck.
We move tonight or we don't move at all. Tonight.
Cigarettes and torches, put them all
Jeez.
Seat 51, they think they're...
Yeah, it's their own guys.
Thinking they're a column.
Yeah.
We told you we had to stop marching at night. We were being attacked by our own goddamn planes. It's not safe. We told you. It's not safe.
Look at it. I'm in. All right, go. Go.
Don't shoot.
They get caught? Oh, they're fighting.
Get out of here.
Bucky got caught?
You touch one here on his head, you'll have a riot.
Are they gonna kill him?
Sergeant, order your man to release Major Reed.
Yeah. Egan. Stood down, wow.
What's he gonna do? Have the whole fucking column riot?
No shot, they get a horse.
I think that's a bad idea.
3 people can't ride one horse?
True.
Plus the horse looks like he's dead.
No, it's probably somebody who's on it who got shot.
It's like the fairy tales.
Oh, fuck. Something gonna be a kid, right?
No!
Well, kind of figured that. He's brand new.
It is a kid, isn't it?
Yeah. Never take your... Yeah.
Look how young he is. At least they got weapons.
They both have weapons, yeah. What a fucking shame. It's not loaded.
They didn't even have any goddamn bullets.
Rosie made it back? Nice.
How's it going, boys?
Hell of a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, no fucking kidding, dude.
She's pregnant.
Nice. Oh. Yes, bad? Okay, good.
That's a good thing, right? Yes. All right. You know, all this killing we do does something to a guy. You know, Rosie, sometimes I wake up, I don't even recognize myself in the mirror. Whoever fights monsters should take care not to become a monster himself. Because if you gaze into the abyss gazes right back into you.
Damn.
Love that quote.
I don't. It was real as fuck.
The things these people are capable of, they got it coming.
Probably the only one at the base that knows about it.
Yeah, probably. I feel like that's a dangerous move. Going to a town here.
Americans! We're American airmen! Keep your hands up!
Nice.
But what about Bucky?
Might have been safer for him to stay with the column. He could have been stabbed.
True. I can't believe Buck fucking made it, though. This one looks very fortified.
This means the Americans are within, like, a day of here. They got fezzes? Oh, no, they're not fezzes.
Well, I guess they're not gonna process us. Doesn't look like it.
Seems like a real mixing of prisoners here, huh?
Yeah. Man's been gone for, like, the whole war.
Crosby, they still got you at this dump.
Sure do.
What's this for?
The Dutch are starving to death. The Allies are dropping tons of food west and southwest.
Literally dropping.
Supposed to be a black truce with Germans. So far they've refused, but we're flying anyway.
Humanitarian bombing.
Well, it's just showing where they're at in the war. I mean,
Operations was kind of hoping you wouldn't mind flying on this mercy mission. I was just telling you.
Jesus Christ.
It'd be a milk run, but you can't be sure what the Germans are gonna do.
You just got back.
So Bucky didn't make the breakout with you, huh?
No, Bucky had to stay behind with the men.
I think he gave them like a full list of all the prisoners he knew were still alive.
Probably.
I would imagine so.
It's intelligence for the Americans too.
Make it. That's a B-51.
No.
Are they dropping?
No, they might just be. Oh fuck.
Or is he only targeting like the towers? He's just buzzing him to be like, we know you're there.
I think so.
Nice. Morale. Uh-oh.
He did shoot the hell. That guy has insane aim.
He's a fighter pilot, baby. Bro.
No.
Oh.
It's that close. No.
Wow. Fuck that fucking guy in particular.
No, executing the prisoners. And the prisoners are rioting.
Yeah,
we fucking have to, dude.
Yeah. You gotta swarm those camps. Barbed wire. Oh.
Take out the tower. Yeah, baby, let's go.
Kill him. No, just shoot him. Sorry, just shoot.
Throw him off the tower.
He's totally going for it.
Nice. Oh, I'm gonna raise flag.
Yeah.
Nah, get him, yeah. They're kids too, but
Stay reasonable.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
This is also in the intro, though, just for context. Why?
I don't remember it.
It's.
Rabbit. Rabbit. Yes.
That scene right there, like the close up, is in the intro. Look at that fucking shot, man. That can't fold it, huh?
I imagine they don't have a ton of people there.
They also clearly had way more prisoners than it was supposed to have, so.
Shoot them?
Colonel, the camp and the village are yours. Dismissed.
Rosie.
Yeah.
Major?
We're to see him in that uniform again, huh?
It's an honor.
Oh, they're taking him too? That's awesome.
$100
The mechanic?
think of a better flight engineer. Plus, well, thought I'd get a kick out of actually flying one of these things.
You never flown a plane before?
No, sir.
He's prepared.
He's just like the best mechanic ever. It's kind of like giving them a victory lap, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
They do humanitarian missions are, you know, whole different level.
Damn, so they just kind of gave up.
Well,
They
they said they told them what they were doing and asked for a ceasefire. They just never openly agreed.
Yeah.
Gotta do a little wave with the plane. Come on. Do a little wave.
Yeah. They're really low, though, so I don't know how easily they can do that really low in a bomber. Oh, did they literally mark the field?
Yeah.
Oh, he made like his own little.
Thanks, Yent.
Huh.
Aww.
Look at that.
Winds are 300 at 12. Altimeter 2996, over.
Clear up, tower. Please repeat.
Over.
You heard me the first guy this time.
I'll be damned.
Look who it is! Stone in my shoe.
Yesterday morning at 2:41 a.m. at General Eisenhower's headquarters,
It was over.
General Jodl, the representative of the German High Command, signed the act of unconditional surrender of all German land, sea, and air forces in Europe. But in the interest of saving lives, the ceasefire began yesterday to be sounded all along the front, and our dear Channel Islands.
We were going home.
You're right awake, Major.
All of us. I had a wife to see,
Thanks, Woody.
a son, a life to start.
You're gonna be a hell of a father, Cross. Think? I know.
I would fucking agree with that. Did they get to fly themselves home?
Where's Meatball?
How does he get home?
This is it. Ready to go home. You ready to see March? Leaving a lot of good men behind. I'm a brave man.
On occasion, the world must confront itself. Answer what we are with who we are. I was going home. I just wished more of us were.
Fuck. I like that they're in a plane together on the ride home.
Yeah, I like
Fuck
that.
yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Oh. Real pictures. Four kids, nice man.
Huh.
Huh. Huh. Live a long life.
Huh.
Wow.
Made it to 100. That's wild. Huh. That's cute.
Wow.
Huh.
Huh.
Wow.
They got married within 2 weeks of knowing each other. I feel like he should have got more.
Whew.
Oh, damn.
Vietnam? What?
That's crazy.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Jeez,
dude.
bro. Oh. Damn.
Jesus
Can he never
Christ.
remarried? Fuck, dude.
It's Buck we're talking about, dude. Come on.
True.
What happened with Bucky? Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Wow.
That's far.
That is fun. Wow.
Oh man.
And it's over.
It is, dude. Wow. Oh man. Man, whenever I watch anything about World War II, it like never it always amazes me. Just the scope and just everything. And the fact that it's not even that long ago. I mean, it's getting a long time.
It's getting close to
but
80 years.
But even yeah. It's not that long ago. That's like 3 people ago at most.
Like those little boys.
That's actually more like 2 generations.
We're almost out of war veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's how you know it's like a while ago.
Well, I mean, that one was it. Alexander Jefferson died at 100 in 2022.
Do you need a minute?
No, I'm good. I'm good to talk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's not a lot of World War II veterans left. Whereas, like, when we were kids, I feel like a lot of the older veterans we saw were World War II.
Yeah, like I met one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
now I would have to go find. Yeah,
because
I'd have to really go look.
But to be fair, that's because Korean veterans are like our parents' age, kind of.
Is that true?
I'm sorry, not Korean, Vietnam.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I feel like Vietnam.
Yeah.
Accurate. Yeah.
That was a very emotional series. Mentally and emotionally draining and physically draining from start to finish, which war series tend to be. But, you know, any series where they make you fall in love with the characters and then throw them into a prisoner of war camp is absolutely brutal.
And any show where they put in anything to do with the Holocaust, like, fucked it. Like, oof. Yeah.
Heavy.
And, you know, like,
it is heavy.
And culturally, you know, I'm Polish, German, Russian, Italian, but the German, Russian, and Polish part is Jewish.
Yeah.
And I know Mike is Eastern European, I think Polish.
Yeah, both my grandparents were in various camps.
So, like, you know, it hits home a little harder.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm American as fuck. So.
You're Irish.
No, well, but I yes, but my family has lived in the US a long time.
Yeah. No, this was really a great series. You know, barring like the only downside I thought of the series was, first off, I think last episode was a little weak. Not last, but maybe the one before that was a little weak.
I would agree.
Time skip randomly type thing.
I'll
good?
be honest. I really appreciate it, and I totally understand it, and I enjoyed that they included it and nothing. But I feel like when they did the time skip and they introduced the Tuskegee Airmen, it added more, but at the cost of losing some of the depth of what they had already been trying to cover.
See, like, I don't really
I agree, because we met them.
I kind of disagree with that.
You know, because luckily they did it in a good way where it was like, they showed it. It was really nice, and the action for those scenes were really good.
Yeah, but
and then they made it relevant and tied it all together.
The whole thing is that, like, so it's the story of the 100th, but it's also of the people in the 100th. So, like, they did a brunt of the series was how bloody it was off the start.
Yes,
with the daytime bombing and everything.
Yeah, no, they definitely got that point across.
And like they did like at least half of the series of that, which was like a year, and then they had to cram in the rest of the war within the other half.
Sure. So, okay, that's a better way to put it. I just feel like the beginning, you're right. They really focused on the beginning of the war and how painful it was, and then
once everyone was in position, they're like, all right, no one cares about seeing 85 more missions.
Yes.
We're just gonna go to what matters.
And I don't disagree with them doing.
My one complaint would be that we got introduced to the Tuskegee Airmen, and in the same episode they get shot down, so it doesn't give you like the chance to sort of
fall in love with them as much.
Yeah,
they could have done 10 episodes.
That's kind of what I meant.
There should have been 2 seasons. That's what it comes down to.
They didn't really flesh out those characters.
They should have
Other than the younger guy,
Jefferson. with his drawings.
But like, but they should have, given a whole episode for us to like, because they said they flew like 20, some of them through 20, 30 missions. Maybe they should have gave us like a montage of where there's like 1 or 2 missions where they fly, so that way we can get a little attached to their characters, like we did with the other ones before they get shot down in the first day we meet.
Sure.
Because it goes, as far, we get so attached to these characters, so when they get shot down, we're like, holy crap, like this episode when Rosie gets shot down, we don't expect it, and we're like, go, and
are you kidding me? I knew I was going to make it out.
When he makes it to the Russian lines, that's awesome, especially when he's young. America, Rosenfield.
It had me sweating a little bit when he was in the crater and then he was watching the Russians shoot the Germans. He was like, oh fuck, I might die. They might think I'm German. Oh my god.
I mean, that was crazy. And, just like how the prisoners in the camp start to get executed when the Americans start to approach. Yeah. Because, I mean, like, instead of shooting at the enemy, you shoot at the prisoners. Like, come on, dude. Like, you fuck off.
Yo, props to Bucky to being like, we gotta go. We gotta go.
We gotta fight. But, and props to Buck for making it out in that tough situation. And also showing some restraint towards, I guess, what would be child soldiers, which, you have to feel bad, especially knowing now that they didn't even get bullets. So, it's a little bit, rough situation. When they were at that one scene where they're marching and the columns going by and the obviously the prisoners who aren't seeing the front line, the prisoner guards, prison guards aren't seeing frontline fights, and they're just kind of chilling on the front, in their,
and he's like cheering them on.
He's like, hey,
and they're like the 1,000-yard stare of someone who's seen absolute awfulness.
And that guy, he's watching me walk by, and he's not realizing initially until the one guy who notices it, and one of the Germans notices it. And he says, these are the old and the young. It's like watching your grandfather. It's like watching your dad and your son walk by in a uniform and kind of being like, wait, what? That's who's fighting for us now?
Yeah.
And you're like trying to be like, that's why you're fighting, is to protect them. And all of a sudden
they're being drafted into the war.
Well, then with one fight, you could tell.
Yeah, that was fucked. That was a good scene. Also, that no one said anything to him. Like, no one they just didn't have the heart to say anything. No. They were just like, sure, dude, whatever. They didn't even acknowledge him. Yeah.
I loved, how the Americans were able, just by having more numbers in the German guards, and as it got towards the end of the war, the morale was lower. They were able to, that one leader of the Americans who were the prisoners of war was able to make the German sergeant stand down towards Bucky. And because he's like, you don't want a riot on your hands, because if you kill him, you're going to have a riot, and, you don't have enough bullets for all of us. And they did show once they got to the camp, they didn't have enough bullets for all of them.
Well, because the camp at that point was clearly inundated with people from all of the camps were there.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the series. My one gripe would be, besides the Tuskegee Airmen, would be sometimes for 2024, sometimes
the shortness of them being included in the show would be yes,
of course, obviously yes. But the CGI was a little bit wonky for a show that came out in 2024. I would say, like the special effects in some scenes.
But see, it was a weird. Most of the time, it didn't bother me. Most of the time, but every so often there'd be a random one where I was like,
and
felt like it didn't bother me, but like normally I don't pay it a second thought, where I don't even notice, and occasionally I notice. And I was like,
now usually I wouldn't care about that type of stuff.
Ruin it for me.
Yeah, no.
Like especially because we're watching some older shows right now. But like the main thing is this show comes out in 2024, and it's supposed to be a flagship series type thing. It's a AAA series. Because it's produced by Steven Spielberg, Tom Hanks, and it's a dynasty type series because. Band of Brothers and the Pacific are top 50, if not like top 25, shows in terms of
they're well revered,
and well reviewed and whatnot.
Yeah.
So and those shows came out way earlier than this show, and one in the early 2000s and one in the 2010s, like the teens. And they
Mikey, because they couldn't CGI planes back then.
Well,
that's why they're doing them now.
Well, but I mean, no,
and they still can't do it, according to you.
But what I'm trying to say is, for those shows and the designs and the graphic designs, there was never a part where I was watching one of those shows and I was like pulled out because of the design or graphic design or CGI or effects. Whereas in this one, sometimes when they're flying, and for a TV show so focused on flying, you're kind of like every once in a while you're kind of like, ooh.
I guess I'm surface level.
Yeah, no, I'm so sorry that you're experiencing this, Mikey, because I can't relate.
I'm not telling some fans saying
that's what I said.
No, I understand that a lot of people do actually like get pulled out when they see like a problem with CGI and stuff. But like, I'm so sorry. I just can't relate to it at all. I'm watching it and I'm just absorbing like what's supposed to be happening rather than what I'm seeing.
Inside the plane, I have no complaints about inside the plane. But when they show the scenes sometimes outside the planes, every once in a while, I'm like, okay, like you couldn't ever use like War Thunder at least to kind of get like that.
the craziest scene, and I thought it was well done. Maybe I'm misremembering, was when it's down to Rosie's ship alone and it's just raining.
Oh yeah,
like that scene's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
and at no point in time was I like to CGI budget. Like,
no, like once or twice.
But was it bad there? Because don't know.
No, in the beginning, once or twice.
Because I noticed a few times with the planes, definitely, where I was like,
and that's the thing.
But
like,
it didn't like ruin it for me either.
It's not that it's going to ruin it for you or make the series unwatchable, but when you're coming to a show like this that has a certain budget, but also, like I said, it has a certain, dynasty somewhat because it comes from Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks and their prior two series. You almost have an expectation for a series coming out in 2024 that's based around planes to at least have
a certain standard, sure.
Than, at least like PS4 level graphics for the planes, but like it kind of felt like some of them.
So you know what I really enjoyed about this show more than anything?
I want to go back now and look at these.
I really enjoyed the fact that we finally got a show that is focused on airmen, because when we talk about World War II, it's always about land battles or like it's never naval battles, it's never like air battles, it's always ground forces. It's always
more personal.
The Battle of the Bulge, Stalingrad, which like these are big important battles, but like no one ever talks about the airmen. Like we only know trivia about them, so getting a highlight of it was actually super enjoyable.
Yeah, I would actually even attack onto what you're saying with the mechanics and all of the other people that they like try to give props to more than once throughout the show, and which I appreciate. That I feel like they did really well with this series, was like trying to really acknowledge like the effort as a whole, and they got that it wasn't just the pilot.
And they managed to encapsulate like a lot of important storytelling parts, like making sure you care about the characters and like the emotions and the power of like all of the things going on here, which is a lot harder when you're not in like 3 feet away.
Trenches.
Yeah. So like they did an amazing job with the show highlighting that.
I feel like the next series should be about submarines almost, or something like that, because like it would have the same feel almost as being stuck on a plane. You get the submarine crew. One wrong move and they're all done.
I feel like they have to do like the
boats first.
No,
dude,
they got to do like the African campaign,
or they have to do
because they did Europe, they did Europe, they did Pacific, and they did
about the CGI.
See, okay, so I did for the CGI. I didn't enjoy the CGI for the planes enough.
I was joking,
and it was only every once in a while when it happened. I will say it was I was like, oh, but like it didn't detract from the series or like lower how like the grading was for me. In terms of like,
you just wish for the quality that you feel the show was. Everything was top notch, and you're like, CGI just didn't.
In 2024, for a TV show that supposedly had like a big budget, it almost feels like
if you're a producer and watching us, and you need a quality assurance guy for your CGI department, he's looking for work.
I'm not gonna like tell somebody who's watching this show off the rip. Like if I told my friend to watch this, I wouldn't be like, hey,
dude, enough about. I don't say anything else about the CGI. We're done with the CGI thing. It's over.
In terms of characters for the show, as we talk about the show, do you have a favorite character? Because I know between Bucky.
I mean, clearly it's Rosie.
Yeah, Rosie.
Yeah, I mean, Rosie's easiest to like.
Yeah, I really liked
Buck and Bucky are great, but like Rosie
he steals the show.
Rosie's what you thought they would be if they stayed in the war, rather than going down.
Yes.
Yeah. That's so like.
I mean, because kudos to anyone where they're like, yippee, yay, you can go home, and he's like, no.
Well, I'm gonna do it again.
He's a mix of them both. It feels like he's a mix of the like the daringness of Bucky, kind of. It feels like with Buck's
reassurance
focus
and
on the mission also,
eyes on the
because
prize,
the entire time he's like he's not like I need to party or drink or see girls to like relax. He's like I just need to keep going. And Buck is also like, I don't need to party or see girls or anything to wind down or drink or anything. He's like, I just kind of need to, just keep doing my job and I'll get home eventually for my wife. They kind of have like a similar eyes on the prize mentality that I enjoyed. And if it wasn't Rosie, I would say my second favorite character would be it would have been Buck. Now it would have been Crosby.
I was going to say my second's Crosby.
It would have been Crosby if Crosby didn't, fall into the temptation of cheating on his wife. And it's one of those things where you could think
he's only human,
traumatized human, this and that. I'm like, it's still. I'm just, it wouldn't sit with me. And the one thing I would say is, if his wife sent him a message and said, "Sorry, I got lonely while you were gone too," we would be having the opposite reaction in the TV show. So that's it. I just want to hold him to the same standard I would hold his wife to.
Sure, fair. My only counter argument to that is I've never been a soldier or in a war, so I can't possibly speak to it other than to say, like, currently I would never. But in that position, I might.
And I've never been traumatized or been.
Is that crazy to say?
I've never been traumatized or in that position, so I won't. Speak on that. Never been in a war,
I would. Yes,
but at the same time, I will say just the fact that he did do that does kind of lower it. And and same thing for Subaltern. Like I liked her, and it lowers her to Subaltern. It lowers her too because she knew he had a wife, and she also gave into it. So like they're not both innocent in that, but it also won't fully detract from the story. It's just kind of like
she also wasn't like on the level of traumatized as Crosby.
Yeah, no, she wasn't.
But it doesn't detract, but it's kind of like a road bump.
That's also on him.
About the last scene we had with major scene with him and Rosie after he just got back. Like, man, he was going through it in that scene, like hardcore. Like, he's like, that's a good thing, isn't it? And then he just like, he clearly wasn't doing good. But I mean, that was a really great scene. That might have been like my favorite scene of that episode. There were a lot of good scenes. Him and Rosie are talking, and he mentions the quote of, when you're fighting monsters, you have to beware of not becoming a monster yourself.
I enjoyed that. Now, I did really enjoy.
There's a lot of quotes this episode.
Yeah, there were,
because they also did some of the one quote on the wall of the internment camp, and then the Jewish refugee. He was saying, I thought he was gonna go for the famous line where it's like, if there is a God, he'll have to ask my forgiveness, because it seemed like he was about to say that, but he just kind of said like stuff adjacent to it. I was like, yeah, no, they got some wild shit that came out of the internment camps.
No.
It's like the darkest but like most simple put poetry ever. It's like,
did you expect to see a concentration camp in this?
I didn't. I thought they were going to ignore that.
I think it was the right call.
I think they did it. They did it real well.
I also think it tied into clearly Rosie's character. Actually, I had no idea. It seems like he was pretty.
I think he's
like quintessential to like actually getting those guys on trial.
But
what was his name? Rosenthal. What was his first name?
Robert.
I thought it was Rosie.
No, it's Robbie Rosenthal.
But yeah, no,
he's Jewish.
We had kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
so we confirm that. It just adds to the extra bit of
horror on his face when he walks into there, and then the other Russian guy's like, "Yeah, we found these everywhere in bigger ones," and he was like, "What the fuck?"
It doubles down that it reinforces his decision too that re-enlist was a good idea.
Fuck yeah!
But
fuck yeah!
It's a throwback to Band of Brothers, when the guy who was translating when they get to the band, and they get to the episode Why We Fight, when they get to the one guy who's translating for the prisoner is German, the German soldier, like an American guy who's like a German, I guess, descendant, is Jewish also. So when he says, Polish, gypsies, this and that, and he gets to Jews, he says Juden a few times, and the guy, you would see like visibly the actor loses it for a second, like, perfectly, and for that character. It's one of those things, it's a little bit of extra impact for like these American Jewish soldiers who are out there fighting, and then
they find that.
And they find out, and they don't even know that this is what's happening to their family. And part of it is, they're only like 1 or 2 generations removed from, family.
Those people.
From those people. If that,
If that.
So it's crazy, which harkens back to Band of Brothers, that one scene, that one guy talking to the soldier, and who turns out to be an American guy who re-enlisted because the German had the call. And, it just goes to show that, these at surface level, they're fighting for this, but then they slowly, when they discover underneath the surface level why they're actually fighting, it reinforces the, entire quote of the Germans being monsters. in this. And
yes. Well, that's like,
this isn't a war you have to worry about being morally right fighting if you're on the side of the allies.
Yeah, that's why Rosie, when speaking to Crosby at the base, is like, they're fucking monsters. I promise you.
Which is also why Rosie became a lawyer. He first left his law firm when the war started, Pearl Harbor happened. And then he joined...
Oh, he was a lawyer before this?
He was about to be a lawyer, I think. He just graduated law school.
Huh.
And that's why he, on the Nuremberg trial...
That's why he went, okay.
Yeah, that's why he was
And why he married a prosecutor.
Yeah. Because he was another lawyer. He was...
It said met her, and then 2 weeks later they were married. I was like,
hey,
what?
Sometimes you know when the evidence...
You just know. Sometimes you just know.
The man just made it through 52 combat missions. So, I mean, at that point, he was pretty, I'm sure, like, day-to-day decisions. So.
Now, the ending scene was nice to see, someone who made it, whatnot, but it felt like it was missing a few of the ones who did survive too. Like, am I crazy? There was a few other named pilots who were in the camp that survived with them that were shot down that I feel like should have been thrown up with their names on top of it. I forgot the one, Crookshank was one of them, I think.
Yeah, you know what?
But he was in like the beginning.
But he was also in the camp a few times too. When they arrive, he says, he says, hey, it's Shank, all that. And he's part of like the, them surviving in the camp. So I feel like, even the commander who was the American forces commander in the camp, it would
have been nice to see, but those characters were actually based off of real people. All they did at the end were like, hey, these are the characters that we base these characters off, or these are the people we base these characters off of.
Crookshank was at least from the 100.
I don't know.
No, he was.
I don't know. I felt like it was a decent way to end it. I don't know.
No, I do, but I'm saying I would have liked to have seen like a few more names of people on the ad. Now I know because they couldn't have done it.
Mikey,
I wish
if you want to know more about the people that were in this show, you can go down to your local library and get a book.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to Google it.
I agree. I love the interviews like in Band of Brothers.
Now I know they have like on YouTube, there's like, airmen react to this, like World War II airmen react to this TV show, which is cool to watch the older ones react. But like there's also interviews with the guys before they passed away online. So it's cool to go see those things. I don't have much else to add other than I really enjoyed the series. And
I wish there was more.
I wish there was more. I'm glad that it happened. I'm sad that it's over, but
not sad that the war is over.
Well, duh. I wonder if they'll do another series after this eventually. I wonder if they'll do another Masters, or
I could see them doing one of like
Pacific, but
no,
the war was so large.
Freedom Fighters, or like more like subaltern style stuff. Maybe do
it's focused on Americans most of the time.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, they could change it though.
It seems like they're focused on like
it's definitely America. It's only ever Americans.
It seems like it's like on like history or like glorifying like American groups or whatnot that had like
American exceptionalism. Yay!
Yeah. So like, they do one for Air Forces, and if they, or if
they could do tanks, like a tank squadron or something too. I mean,
I have to watch Fury still.
You've never seen Fury, dude? Oh my god, bro!
Are you surprised at this point?
Have you seen like? We're not even going to do this because I already know you're going to say no. Hacksaw Ridge?
Nope.
Dunkirk?
Nope.
Bro.
Bridge over the river Kwai?
Nope.
The doors, just get out of here.
No. I don't think I'll say that. Do you guys?
No.
Thank you for joining us for Masters of the Air. If you did enjoy our Masters of the Air reaction, and if you're new here and this is what you came for, let us know if there's any other series similar to this that are for, any war era following a group of guys. It doesn't have to be just pilots. It could also be soldiers.
Or maybe movies like Dunkirk.
Yeah, movies too that you'd like
Hacksaw Ridge, Fury.
If you do enjoy though, make sure you do hit us up on Patreon to let us know. We do have some surveys on Patreon to find out what movies that you can vote on. That do help. Also TV show replacements. So go on over there and we'll hear your voice a little bit louder. Otherwise, we do appreciate you regardless. Do make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Let us know in the comments below how you thought about the series and your favorite part, something that you like, something you learned, or fun fact.
Or did you like Mikey's hat?
Yeah, did you like my hat? Otherwise, we are the 732 Review Crew, and I am Mikey.
I thought you were Crosby. I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
And we are signing off. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate you all, and we hope you take care, be safe, and
toodaloo.
Bye.
Bye.